Hello, Captains. This is Kent again, and welcome to the Flight Show. So we're going to be doing a flight on my world tour. As I've mentioned before, that I try to do some airports that you don't get a whole lot of play out of, like your usual suspects. So we're going to be doing a flight in Japan. And you know what? I just thought I'd share with you really fast. I finally got a way to look at all the airports that I have that are third-party instead of... Because I always like flying out of airports that have something nice to look at. And after a while, I was like, how do I keep track of all my airports? Well, I had them in a notebook, but it's much more convenient to do this. And I thought I'd share it with you. Because I have, over the years now, have accumulated a great deal of airports. Let's see here. So I thought I'd show you. I now have a spreadsheet that I keep, and I can categorize my airports by location. So if I do the call number here and do that, now all the airports are together by region. And even though these are in the USA, but I do them by code. And I can do them by country. I guess you could do that just as easily. But say, just like the United States, not everything in the United States begins with a K, because if you were in Alaska, it begins with a P, and then so does Hawaii. So I do them by ICAO code number. And so it makes it a whole lot easier to find airports that I have for third party. What I see that I had, I decided to put a flight together from Kobe. Plus, I have all the names now. So I'm doing one from Kobe to Tokyo International. And we'll be using RNA Airlines. And by the way, I have accumulated 255 airports over my time of being in Flight Simulator. These are primarily, as you can see, Prepar3D. Now that we have Flight Simulator 2020 out, there's a category that I'm going to have for MS, like if I have an airport for both. But this way I can always choose airports that I have third parties of, and it's a good way to keep track of your accumulation of airports. So anyway, we're going to be doing, this flight. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's just go ahead and get started. So the things I got to put together for this flight, we're going to be using FS2 Crew. So let me put that here so you can see it. All right. And we need to get the everything convenient UK accents. It really doesn't matter on the accents. Doors, yes, online, display messages, lights off, below line. I really wanted to see if I could disable... Oh, by the way, I'm going to change that. Because I don't have an Asian accent, so I might as well just have something that I'm relatively familiar with and use American. Basically, we're just saying we're contracted by ANA. So when sometimes you're short on pilots, you'll just contract them from other countries. And I don't see a way to turn off the flight attendants, because I'm going to be using also... let's see. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Put this here. We're going to be using the flight crew experience, as a matter of fact. So, all right, that's in place. Oh, I didn't want that. I want this on voice. Okay, so that's off. No problem. And what else? Yes, we wanted to have the flight experience. So we'll go ahead and put that on. It'll load up in just a second. Here we go. And so we're going to start a flight. I'm not going to do a career because my career is with Delta. But we're going to be going from Romeo, Juliet, Bravo, Bravo. I'm sorry, not Bravo, Bravo, but Bravo, Echo. To... Romeo, Juliet, Tango, Tango. Our flight number really is immaterial, but I'm going to go with 456. We're not going to use ATC, and our cruising altitude is 25,000 feet. Our flight time is going to be 1 hour and 15 minutes. And our departure time, I'm going to ballpark it at 25. I think that'll be right. And we're using the Dash-8. I believe that's the abbreviation for it. Make sure. So yeah, I think that's it. Where are we at? Where'd you go? No, you were there. Here we go. No, not ATR. Concord, no. There we go. And how many people do I have on board? 51. This is how many I have based on. Now we'll hold that there because we don't want to start. We have to wait till we get to that part of the flight where they would start boarding. And that brings to mind the last thing I think I need to do. Actually, I forgot. Well, it'll come to mind. It'll come to me in just a moment. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So bring that up. No, that's not the one I want. Or is it? We just want to go start events.
Hey, Captain. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. All right, so we have now started our thing since we're going to be...
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we started. But okay, so now let's go through our powering up. We have our ground power already out, so master battery, main battery, auxiliary, and standby. And we're going to go with external power, so that's on. We'll arm our emergency lights, turn on no smoking, and fasten. Who is that? I have no idea who that is. If you thought that I don't know. So anyway, air conditioning, we're not turning that on just yet. All right. So landing gear is down, battery, we've done all of those. Engine intake, bypass doors, position lights, flight deck display, emergency brake is, parking brake is on, exit power, main loading gears. Okay, we got all of that. And then we'll go into our tests. 24-hour systems checks. 24-hour system checklist, please.
Engine fire detection.
Complete. Complete. Did I get that wrong? Let's start again.
Okay.
Before start, system checks.
Engine fire detection.
Test.
APU fire detection.
Test.
Bag smoke warning aft and forward.
Test.
Stall warning test 1 and 2.
Test.
ADC 1 and 2.
Test.
Auto feather.
Test.
Chipless TCAS. Test. PA system. I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, you handle that. Test.
Trims.
Test.
24-hour system checks complete.
See, I started that a little late, but okay, we'll just roll with that. Okay, so is everything else done here? Yes. So now let's turn on our... It's not called a CDU. I forget the name of it. I gotta look that up. But let's get these both turned on. And while that is going on, let's go ahead and load our flight in our EFB, Electronic Flight Bag by Avlasoft, and get that out of the way. Let me reduce that so that you can see it. Okay, so we're going to load our flight plan. It's loading all the flight plans. I got a lot of flight plans now. There we go. Kobe. Run that, 2500. Finish. So there's our route. And we will be departing on runway...
Are you sure?
Aren't you, like, outside right now? I mean, really. Shouldn't even be talking to me. Then you got that on runway 9.
Check that one more time, please, Captain.
You're definitely outside. Go away. Okay, so we now have our departure. And our arrival is going to be 16 left in Tokyo. The ILS for 16 left is not available, so we'll go with the RNAV. Ein Skurd. And our star...
are you sure?
You're pissing me off, dude. Seriously. Alright. And so... we got that together. It's a nice little star approach that we're doing there. But that's fine. Okay, we're good to go. So we've gotten that taken care of. Now I need to do our weight and balance. So our cargo is 7,100. You know, it doesn't seem to align. The cargo that we can carry, that's the max right there. And this doesn't even run up to what I got here on my notepad for our cargo. I never get that. I obviously got some more research to do. But for now, let's just leave it at what we have it here. 900 and 1,000. And
are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and put our takeoff fuel. Our takeoff fuel is 4,380. Hard mute. Shut the hell up. Oh gosh. Then our trip fuel or release is 4,530. Calculate. We'll roll with that in terms of our passengers. Now send data to Flightsim, and you know it was sent because the game pauses. That's what it does. And when he says he's back, we'll handle that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get our navs taken care of. Okay, that should change. We'll accept that on his side too. And we'll go to flight plan. All right. Now the beginning of this process always confuses me. But if I remember correctly, we'll put here is our airport, and we're taking them from RJBE, so 1.
Hi guys, can you start boarding now?
Yes. Oh, I forgot, mute. Yes.
Thank you, talk to you again soon.
Alright, so that means I can go ahead and do request boarding for GSX, and then go to our experience and say, start.
Check that one more time, please, Captain.
Shut up. See, now they're coming on. They're getting in their seats. We can get on and do what we need to do. We'll say default. Confirm. Alright, so now we go to list. Oh, by the way, services. Do we need to open the doors? I think GSX is going to take care of that. Yes, GSX took care of it for us, so we don't need to worry about that. And look, even the thing is dropping down for us. Yay! Go ahead. I love it when everything's coming together. All right, so we don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I love it. I really do. Don't question me on that one. All right, so nav. We're going from RJBE.
Check.
Enter. Accept. And if we go to that and then go to menu or list, no, it's not list. Well, let's just go ahead and put in, we need data. That's not the one I wanted. I always mess up handling this part, but as soon as I get it, I'm going to let you all see it.
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your large and carry-on items.
And our first waypoint
smaller items underneath the seat.
should be
Are you sure?
For any of your carry-on items, please use the flight
S.
attendant call button over the seat and somebody will assist you. After you put your carry-on items in
nav
the
leg
bin
is
and
to
make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers.
SH.
Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you're seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety guards provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be released. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Enter So then we want...
We're still sorting out some baggage issues. I don't expect it to take too long.
Well, thank you for that.
We're ready to go when you are.
You can't... Huh? What? What happened? That quick? Really? Okay, hold on. Okay. The pilot's back. He's doing what he needs to do, but this is what I couldn't remember because it's been a while since I've done this. So you have to highlight the airport and then go to menu. I couldn't remember that order because it's very specific, but you basically want to say depart because this is where we're going to do our SID. And we're departing on runway 9. It's not like your Boeing's, but you get used to it. And there goes the dog. Then our SID is going to be, so we hit enter here. Now we want our SID, and it's KCE4, which is this. So you just...
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive. All right, so we put that in, and we're leaving runway 9. Enter. So now we can go to the flight plan. Perfect. And put in the rest of our waypoints. So we just put in shuttle, and now we need to go to flight plan. There we go. That's shuttle. There's no link. That's a discontinuity, so we can go ahead and delete it.
Check.
And then at 8, after shuttle, we should go to list, airway, and we're going to do the airway 71. So that's 1. And then we come out of our airway at 6, which is XAC. So we hit that. And then after that airway, we will have our menu arrival. And we're arriving at RJTT.
Go ahead.
So RJTT. Enter. Accept. And our runway, we're landing on runway 16 left. So 3. And our star is XACL. Do I see it? Oh, well, it's near the bottom, so it'd have to be... Because it's X. There it is. XACL. So 51. And that's runway 16 left. So 1. And our ILS here says it's available. So let's go ahead and do ILS.
TCAS system test OK.
And Sandy, we're not going to do that transition because that's not the, or is that the one that I have pulled up here? Yeah, I do have Sandy, so let's go ahead with Sandy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 456, return to Tokyo. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your
Now,
large devices are not shut down and stowed.
We can copy this over.
Make sure that all tray tables and key backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew secure
And then we
doors
come
for
back over
departure.
here. We can go ahead and do our fuel. And we have 51 passengers on board. Let's well calculate. So, 51. We're almost ready to get out of here. And then our cargo was, well, there's what I have on our thing, which is 1,900. So we'll go with that. 1,000. Cargo is 1,900. And our alternate fuel is
Are you sure?
316. Our hold is 968. Extra is 0. And our fuel on board is 4530. All right, that's all taken care of, so we can go ahead. I did it off screen, you don't see it, but I just copied that over to the first officer. We'll put this on FMS. All right. And our first part of our flight doesn't have any discontinuities, so we'll go
Are you
ahead.
sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. All right, so we'll go ahead and let that ride. And if we are all buttoned up, which we are, we can now go ahead and start. We'll turn on the power to our APU. generator on.
Go ahead.
And we'll tell it to start. I don't know who you are. I'm assuming you're Ultimate Ground Crew, but I haven't even enabled you yet. So, whatever. Now, once the APU is starting, now what we can do, and I know that that gate doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. There's a misalignment with our SODI. Operate jetways, undock. Okay, so far so good.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty darn sure. Okay. And is she ready? That is on. We told it to start. So we will turn off external power. We are now on the APU. Before start checklist.
Stand by. Bridge and agent checks flow.
Flaps 5, we got all this. So,
Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
This will be a standard left seat departure. We're parked at a gate, so pushback is required, so you'll be handling the engine start. The departure runway and taxi route will be assigned by ATC. For the taxi, this airport does not use OBX, so leave the transponder off for taxi. PDF nav source for the departure will be heading select. NIS is required. We'll use level 1. As for the takeoff plan, we'll use flap 5. And for the routing itself, the departure will be an ATC assigned to SID. We'll use NTOP for the takeoff tower, and the bleed will be on. Okay, now for the safety brief. Any abnormality part 80 knots, I'll stop the aircraft on the runway. After 80 knots, I'll stop for engine failure or fire. Anything after V1 will take it airborne. You let the tower know that we've had an emergency and we need straight out. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Okay, departure briefing is complete.
set and check.
Complete. Gear pins. Stowed. Pre-flight checks.
Complete.
Complete. External power APU voltage.
Set and check.
Checked. Escape hatch.
Checked. Closed.
Nose go steering.
Off.
Check. Check.
Off.
Flight guidance control panel. Set. Fuel quantity.
Set and check.
7.9 pounds on board. Check.
Hold.
Nice trip.
Check.
Thank you. Set and check. Set and check. Arm. Are we done? Check. Set and checked. I don't know why it stopped.
Are you sure?
Yes, complete. All right, we'll just say that we have completed this and we'll move on to our next
Battery master
segment.
main auxiliary standby.
Set and check.
Standby.
I guess I initiated it again.
Bridge and agent checks flow.
Complete.
Complete. Gear pins. Stowed. Pre-flight checks.
Complete.
Complete. External power APU voltage.
On. Set and check.
Checked. Escape hatch.
Closed.
Nose go steering.
Off.
Flight guidance control panel. Set. Fuel quantity.
Set and check.
4.36 pounds on board.
Set and check. Check. On board, 5 pounds. 5 pounds required. I just said that just to be saying it. 4,000 4,530 on board, 4,530 required. Check. Set and check. 4,500 on pound, 4,530 pounds, 4,530 required. Check. I always mess this part up. I feel terrible, but we know we got to get it moving, so we'll just do that.
Master main auxiliary standby.
On.
Doors, healing lights.
As required, out. As required. Set and check.
Any collision light.
Red.
Check that one more time, please, Cap. APU bleed.
Is that not? Hold on. Off.
Engine. Clear on 2.
Okay. Hopefully this will go well. Because I know they were having some issues with the Dash-8 and the Ultimate Ground Care. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Communication check, please, and confirm the brakes are set.
Communications are okay and the brakes are set.
Thanks.
There he goes. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, cockpit.
We are ready for pushback and engine start, facing west.
Roger. Facing west. Release brake.
Brakes released.
Okay, commencing pushback.
So far, so good. Better than it used to be. It's actually smooth. Although that wheel kind of like that is odd, but still, it's better than it used to be.
You are clear behind and you can start your engine at your discretion. Go ahead, fly deck.
Start engine 2.
When the seatbelt light is fastened, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across
Go ahead,
the strap.
cockpit.
To fasten
Engine
your
start
seatbelt
checklist.
to one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt with the
Engine
extra
start
buckle,
checklist.
we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected situations. Please take a few moments.
Alright,
to
guys.
download
Everyone's
the
seated. We're all buttoned up and ready to go in the back.
In some cases,
Engine start checklist. Okay.
Battery master main auxiliary standby.
There's lighting
On.
the floor that will guide you.
Doors, healing lights.
In the event of
As required. Out.
An oxygen mask will drop in front of you.
Set and check.
Flow of oxygen,
Any
hold the
collision
mask
light?
towards you.
Red.
Place it firmly over your nose.
Check that one more time,
Secure the
please, Cap.
oxygen behind your
APU
head.
bleed.
Tighten the
Off.
strap if necessary.
Engine.
Cleared on 2.
Although the bag does not-
Engine start checklist
oxygen
complete.
is flowing
Start
through the
engine
mask.
2.
If you're traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance,
I guess I gotta start it.
turn your
That's
mask on
fine.
first and then assist others.
Go ahead,
Keep your
cockpit.
mask on until a member of the
Go
crew
ahead, fly
advises
deck.
you to change to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the strap
What's
around your
going
waist
on?
and buckle up the front. Pull the strap to tighten.
Looks like we're
Put
picking
the
up
vest
some ice.
firmly on the red cord only when exiting an aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary for the seat light. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the strap, and hug the cushion to your chest. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts
I didn't realize it, but it's cold out here.
and tray tables are in their full upright position. Be reminded
Go ahead,
that this
fly
is a
deck.
non-smoking flight. Tampering with
Start engine
or
1.
destroying the smoke detectors located in the laboratory is prohibited
Go
by
ahead,
law.
fly deck.
All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Yeah, you are way out of alignment, but that's all right. We'll have to fix that later.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Keep on trucking. After start checklist.
Pushback complete. Set
Stand by.
runway, please.
Brakes are set.
Roger.
Put our nav source on FMS.
Go ahead, flight deck.
And we're just going to set our altitude to 25,000.
Okay, the tow bar disconnected and the equipment is clear.
External power, APU.
You are clear to disconnect and go to hand signals.
Have a safe flight.
Roger, have
Thank
a nice
you.
flight.
If you need anything, just let me know.
I know he was waiting. After start checklist. Let's start again.
Okay.
After start checklist.
Stand by.
Cabin is secure. Ready for departure.
Thank you.
External power, APU.
Off.
Are you sure? Main bus tied.
I just turned it off. Oh, my bad.
Roger, have a nice flight.
Main bus tie. Off.
Captain, are you sure about that? Ice protection.
What am I missing?
Go ahead, cockpit.
Oh. Set and check.
Checks not required. Rudder travel.
Full travel.
Rudder actuator test.
Complete.
Nose wheel steering.
On.
Auto feather.
AF select. Set and check.
Engine rating.
Set and check.
Batteries.
Checked.
Class.
S- set and check.
5. Set and indicate. Aux standby P2
Go
pumps.
ahead, cockpit.
On.
On. Hydraulic pressure quantity.
Checked.
Checked. Hydraulic number 3 in elevator. Checked. Caution warning lights.
Checked.
Flight instruments radios.
Checked.
Checked. Altimeters.
Set. Set. Cross check. Set. Cross check. Set and check.
After start checklist complete.
Okay. Not the smoothest, I know, but we're going to work with it. All right. That is everything we need. I'm not using ATC, so we don't have to talk to them. We can go ahead and 8 kill switch, just in case there's anything there. And we can release brakes. up. Put you back down to taxi. Yeah, when I look, all of that bumping is just telling me that our ADCAF is not aligned with this airport. And I could tell that from the parking. I have run the Avlasoft thing with that. I didn't call you.
Like that? Okay, thanks. Captain, they're securing the cap.
Excellent. This is just not a plane that you could just pick up after not flying it for a while. There's some things obviously I missed, not from have to refamiliarize myself with, but it's still fun because, you know, it's fun having a lot to do, or at least I feel like it is. Okay, what do we got to do before takeoff checklist? Before takeoff checklist to the line.
Hello.
Nobody called you.
Captains, please be seated for departure. Check.
Let's start it. Oh, they're still doing your thing. Okay, my bad.
FA notification received. Takeoff briefing complete. Cabin PA complete. Condition levers.
Max,
Max. Trims.
3 set,
3 set. Takeoff warning test.
tested,
Flight controls check free. Flight taxi.
flight,
Are you sure? Radar terrain. Radar on both sides. Transponder TCAS on alt. Before takeoff checklist complete to the line.
below the line. Below the line. Oh, he's doing his thing. Yeah.
Before takeoff checklist complete. Bleeds. Min on. External lights on. Runway.
Runway 3, heading 30. Runway 3, heading 180. Set and check.
Power checks.
Takeoff procedure. Runway entry procedure. Oh, that one doesn't have this. So we'll just get on here. Takeoff. All right, let's do this.
V1. 80 knots. Rotate.
We got a ways to go, but okay.
Acceleration altitude.
Not bad.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Bring the nose down as we turn. All right. We want this. ideally we want IAS. So IAS to be 173. While we are turning, I'm going to go ahead and hit autopilot.
Are you sure?
Yes. And our nav.
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
Okay, so basically, for those of you that aren't familiar with it,
1,000 to go. Alt cell. Check.
our IAS
Check.
is indicated airspeed, and what it does is it makes the plane go up, and it pitches it such that it's climbing where the basically resistance forces equate the thrust forces such that you have an ascent at a given speed. So we set the speed for 173, so at this power setting it will go up as fast as that it will be 173 knots as it goes up.
To go. Alt cell.
All right, and so now we should be on course to our waypoint, but I got to change this display, and I have to remember where that display is to change it to such, because it's been a minute, and we'll turn you on. Let's see, what am I doing?
1,000 to go. Alt cell. Heading 01 set.
What is my altitude set? It's 25,000, so we are definitely not close to that. But we are ascending, so great.
To now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
while you're seated and do not congregate in the galley or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page with a small fee for internet access.
1,000 to go.
We
Alt
offer
cell.
complimentary in-flight exchange to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live feeds and KPHX libraries.
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can have it as a move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
And we're gonna go direct now to 5. In fact, we can skip that. We're gonna just say that ground gave us clearance to
1,000 to go.
6.
Alt cell.
In fact, we'll say, now that I see it, go to 7.
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
All right. Procedurally, got to clean up some stuff, but it was a smooth departure. Glad with
Check
that.
that one more time, please, Captain.
It wasn't a smooth departure? I thought it kind of was. But leave it to you to not let me get a big head. Get our alignment up for our heading. And we're already at 17,000 feet. This thing can move out for a turboprop, I tell you.
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
I watched a little YouTube documentary on the competition between the Dash-8 and the AR-72. Like, these are the two competing preferred turboprops. I like flying both, but this is the, unfortunately, the Carenado version of the ATR-72 500. It's not a really steady level aircraft like the Dash-8. I wish it was, but I still enjoy flying it for some crazy reason. There are a lot of things and procedures to do. It's just that if you don't do them, the plane still flies normally. So that's the difference with the study level, is if you don't do it right, it's not going to work. But I do like flying both. And these are the competing designs, as it were. So I try to get some flights into here. I mean, flights using this aircraft, but I try to use liveries and flights that are respective to liveries. And
set and cross-checked. 1,000 to go. Alt cell.
Alright, we're in the climb.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Going wrong way there. So let's see if I say this, does it work right? Flap 0, IAS 173, climb checklist to the line. And I guess all this is done quietly. Flaps 0, IAS 173, climb checklist to the line. Okay, so he is doing it. But he's doing all those, these are silent checks. And then he put it on our...
1,000 to go. Alt cell. 1,000 to go. Alt cell.
Losing a little bit of speed there.
Climb checklist completed to the line.
We're gonna go ahead and get you. Maybe we should have done that when we were at altitude, because when you brought that back, we did not have a power to keep 173.
Checked.
So we're gonna leave that there. We're gonna put back on IAS,
Go. Alt cell.
and we're gonna make our IAS such that, what is that? 63. We're gonna make it so that we can achieve 180. So we won't have a pitch that's that
1,000 to
high.
go. Alt cell.
We'll pull back power when we get to altitude, which won't be too long from now. Oh, we're actually at 25. So that's good. Now you can pull back the power. Props 80 below the line.
Cell.
Props 8050 below the line. Props 850 below the line. Props 850 below the line. All right, we're at cruising altitude. We got our...
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
Yes, I agree.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in the feedback for our menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order. If you would like to order additional menu items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time, and we'll be over shortly to assist.
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
Need a little more practice with this, but hey,
1,000 to go.
unlike a previous flight where I did
Check the speed.
put our gear pins in and we had to turn back because we couldn't raise our landing gear. I love that flight. Got a lot of comments. I appreciate that. It was fun. But I digress.
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
All right. So let's see if I can say this. Props
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
props 850 below the line.
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
I don't know why you keep saying that. Anyway, we'll put it here. And we're going to just put you...
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
All right, we're cruising. Yay. And above the clouds. So it's not a long flight, so I will bring you back after we make some progress. Okay, so we're more than halfway there. In fact, we're almost at our top of descent. So one of the things I wanted to go ahead and get done early is our approach brief. So we're going to be flying the Star, and it's going to be RNAV. Drive, any ISIS not requires, flaps 15, APU no, and we're going to the gate. So we're good. That's out of the way. Now, I do not know why I keep getting that altitude select, because I didn't put it on that. I wanted to actually put it pitch hold, altitude, but I can't get rid of the altitude select. Normally it goes away once you attain your altitude, so I'm a little taken aback by that. I'll have to figure it out, but you know, I can live with it for now.
1,000 to go.
Oh, I did my configuration, and I do not think there's any configuration here that addresses why he's talking like that. But we can go ahead and close this until it's time. It'll be soon. In fact, actually, let's just go ahead and do it now.
You ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
Okay, we'll be arriving by the ATC assigned Star. Just for the approach, we can expect an RNAV approach. Landing runway conditions dry. Anti-ice is not required. We will use flap 15 for landing. The bleach will be on. After landing, please leave the APU off. And turn the transponder off since this airport does not use AZDX. And lastly, it looks like we'll be assigned a gate. The taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Alright, approach brief complete.
Okay, we can see this a whole lot better. Let's zoom in. Now my top of descent is not showing, but it should be happening now. So we're going to go ahead. Ooh, I know what we should have done. There we go. And then VNAV. It's increasing, so we're going to have to address this. What should it be? We're going to move that to 2,000. And it's paused because this should be our top of descent. So let's just go ahead and get her done, since we're not using ATC, and we're going to get this to 13,000. And oops, let's move this over, and we should be at 7. I'm going to just do it at 1.8. There we go. And we can pull back on our throttles, and we'll have full power for full control. Just our panel there. And I think now we can make our descent rate a little more shallow, because we're below our descent rate right here. So we'll go with that. And what does our message have to say? Disconnect? No. VNAV disconnect. We want our VNav on. Okay, so you've told me what we need to be? 700? That's fine. You keep that up, and I will give you actually some more throttle because we don't need to slow down that much. There we go. Okay, like I said, it's been a while since I've used this aircraft. I got to get my whole, descent, programming that into the VNav together, but we're having fun, so it's okay. But we will be descending down to 13,000, and I think we're doing good. Oh, there is our marker right there. And so the plane is now changing its pitch to get right on that descent path, and I am going to adjust our throttles so that we do not accelerate, bringing it back just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now we're on the right path. Alright, so we didn't do it, but let's unmute and do our descent checklist. Descent checklist.
Cruise power set.
Set and check.
Cruise power set.
Check. I'm trying to see where that is. Set and check.
Cruise power set.
Where does he say that? I'm looking at the... and it doesn't say that anywhere. Let's start again. Set and check.
Cruise power set.
Is it? Oh, I see. I think that's what he wants. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Set and check.
Cruise power set.
I didn't want to change that. That was an accident. I didn't know you were going to do that. In fact, you adjusted. Perfect. So we're a little below.
Check.
So I'm going to give her a little bit more thrust. There we go. And I, again, don't need to put in the ILS because we're doing an RNAV approach. Oh, zoom in here. All right, now we're turning. So far, actually, pretty good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am. But let's get back to this. Let's start again. Descent checklist. Set and checked.
Cruise power set.
Okay. Check. I literally don't see that where this is on the list. Let me look in my notes. as required. I don't know. Cruise bar set is not in the notes of this passing thing. Obviously, I got some studying to do. That's fine.
1,000 to go. Alt cell.
Okay, so we're approaching 13,000 feet. And the next altitude that we need to get to, no, we stay actually at 13,000 feet for a moment. And the next thing we do is shaft. So I'm going to adjust our throttle so we don't go too slow. That's fine. And then now our next is going to be from to Scout, which is 1, 0, and our altitude should be 9,000. Should be a hard altitude of 9,000. And I would say that our descent rate, well, we'll leave it at that. See what he has to say. Need us to connect, I get it. VNav. So, yes. To Scout, we want stock. Oh, to Scout, okay. We don't need to do that. We want to. What are you doing? Oh, from. Okay. From or to shaft 5. It's 9,000 feet. Next. Okay. And we'll go ahead and bring this down to 9. And we have our altitude selected. It should be at 9, so we're good there. We will hold at 13 here, but we're still dropping. I'm going to go ahead and give us some throttle. Because we're not even where we need to be at 250, so that's fine. And we'll bring over
Check.
our heading bug.
Check.
How's it looking out here? Beautiful.
Check.
Descent checklist. Descent checklist. Descent checklist to the line.
Fuel balance.
Check. Set and check.
Complete. Descent checklist completed to the line. Check. Pressurization. Set. Cap. Stand by. I'll be. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. Thank you. Cabin PA complete. Fasten belt switch. Looks like we're picking up some ice. On. Approach and landing brief.
Complete. Complete. As required. Set and check.
Inquest landing flap at 10 degrees. Fuel off. Hydraulic pressure quantity, check. Caution warning lights, check. Approach flare lights, on. F-speed switch, bugs,
As required. Set and check.
off, set. FA notification, complete. Descent checklist complete.
And then we will do the flaps 15, but we're not there yet. We'll be beginning our descent in a moment. Excuse me. And I think that's the fun of doing the study level aircraft, because it's stuff to do. And there is a great sense of satisfaction when you do it right, which I'm not. I mean, there's stuff I'm getting right, which I get satisfied. Obviously, I need to practice this a little bit more, and you know, you get comfortable with it. But it's kind of the thing when you have an interest in flying more than one aircraft, you know, because pilots fly one aircraft, so they know it very, very well. I tend to like to jump around so I don't get mundane, but you know, between balancing this and a work schedule, you can get only so familiar. But at least just shows me, okay, these are the things that I need to practice. So I might try to do a few more flights in this plane to get refamiliarize myself, if you will. Not necessarily filming all of them, but I like to, because at least I'm getting some content out there when I have the brief opportunity. Now the upside is I can post some stuff. The downside is you see my mistakes. You know, but I don't mind that, actually. Because even people have been doing it for years, you know, you always have to work on it, and I have absolutely no problem you seeing it, because those therefore will be mistakes that either you're making, oh, that's how you're supposed to do it, or it'll be that you'll avoid making because you'll see that I've done it and you won't do it thereafter. Oop. Put it on pause. Okay, just a second while it Okay, so what are we doing here? Following our flight plan. Where are we? Next. We're on shaft. Now it's not going to shaft. Great. And shaft should be our descent. Are we descending yet? Not yet, because we have not. Okay, so this is 9,000. We should be descending. Let's see. So when this line starts to drop, this is when we should start to descend. Let's get down here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this here so you can see it. So this is where our descent should kick in, although from 13 to 9 in that distance looks like it's kind of short, but you know, we're going to roll with it. And as a matter of fact, get ready for it. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay, we need to really descend. Oh, capture. Oh, okay. I think there's something wrong, but we're going to capture it anyway, because that's what we do. And so, go ahead and hit this, and we're going to go ahead and drop in our recommended rate, 1900. Come on, unlock. There we go. 19. No, that's too much. There we go. Let's go ahead and make it a cool 2000, and we'll bring back our flaps. I mean, not our flaps, but we'll bring back our throttle. Because we definitely want to be under 250 once we cross 10,000. Alright, there we go. I can bring our flaps, our throttles up. There we go. Now, we are a little behind the 8 ball in our descent, but I think we're going to catch up with it. Yeah, because you can see it right there. So we'll reduce it to a descent rate of 1,700 feet per minute as soon as we get right on that line.
Ladies and gentlemen, the default sign is now turned on, so it's time to return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
And then after 9,000, we go down to 4,000.
We have begun our final descent into Tokyo. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure the table as shown and seats are in the full upright position.
1,000 to go. Sell.
Items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat.
Okay, now
All Wi-Fi related tasks and show any larger
we're going to go down to, oops, we're going to go down to 4,000. And if I needed to get to Snook, I'm just saying 173, so I don't really need that much to be at 4,000 by that time. So we will reduce our descent rate to 1,000. In fact, let's go ahead and make it 700. Okay, give it a little more throttle so we don't lose speed. This is fine. We are descending into the thick of it. Excellent. And while we're at it, let's just do a quick look on our arrival time. Okay, 10 minutes to arrival, and our ETA is 11 minutes. So we're really within a minute of being right on time. So it'd be like a minute late. Maybe I can pick that up somewhere. How's everybody doing? Yeah, they look chill. They look cool. No. Don't want to do that. Just want to get an idea of how they're all doing. 95% satisfied. So, mission accomplished. Good deal. And it's saying I could do a descent rate of 165 and still hit the 4,000. So I'm going to reduce this to 200. So we'll be at 4,000 run on time. Maybe give it a little bit more throttle. Not too much.
You bet. I'll be up in just a minute.
I didn't ask you for anything. But you know what? Hey, whatever you thought I asked for, go ahead and bring it. I'll drink it. Sorry, all that jumping around. Now, what's interesting is it says here that spine should be 9,000, but on my EFB, electronic flight bag, it says I should be at 4,000.
Hey guys, I've got your crew meals here and a few drinks too. Which one of you guys ordered the caviar?
That would be me.
Anytime.
I didn't ask for that, but you know what? Hey, it sounds like it tastes good, so... Okay, our next... Oh, you know what? I think it's kind of crazy, but... So it says 4,000 on the EFB, but then our next altitude says 6. So really... I need to hold at 6,000, so let me bring that up.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty darn. There's some discrepancy for what the Avlasoft
1,000 to go.
says. Let's go ahead and give us some throttle here. Not too much. Now, at our next altitude, it is 7,000 or below. And so we're below 7,000, so we're cool for that. Seem to be creeping up on speed, so I'm going to bring the throttles back a wee bit. Pull it back. Pull it back. And there is Tokyo in the distance. I think the airport is kind of hidden in here somewhere. I think we can go ahead and turn that off. Now we do have a let's see here. Have I just got a new one? Yes, so we're going to delete this. Boom. And so now after 6,000
Are you sure?
yes. but I hadn't finished what I was going to say. All right, after 6,000, we're going to go down to 4,500. Get ready for that. Yes. So after this, now I don't have a listing at T6L60, but it says stay here until, not snare, but stay here to T6L60. It is not that specific on Electronic Flight Bag by Avlasoft. That's fine. Says the next should be 4,000. I'm going to go with this, since this is what's in our navs. Holding at 6,000. We're going to let this speed get up to 210. Now, just looking at, very quickly, looking at my weight. What is it, range? No, I want to know what is our weight. Previous gross weight 45,080, 54 rather, 1,089, 54,089. So if we are at 54,089, I got to look up what our VREF is going to be, and that's a table that we have in our manual. 54,089. Where are you in my table? Here we go. 54, 53, 57. So we'll just go with 57. And our VREF at 57. VREF would be flaps 35. $112. Okay, we can start our descent now. Pull back, and I think I can select.
Are you sure?
112 plus 5. Doing here. Why are you not following? And why are you not following?
I'll sell.
Pull back. No, we want nav. So turn. There we go. And we should pull it back. There we go.
Are you sure?
Yes, very. We'll bring our heading bug around. Hey, you should be at 4,000.
Are you sure?
What are we, 3s? Bring that back up. I think what we'll do is we will, in the midst of the aircraft being kind of funky, we will take control and fly this ourselves, because it has gone below our 4,000 and I'm not sure why. but that's okay. We will fly our instruments. Okay, we'll keep it here at 210. Okay. Whoops. Okay. We're a little bit off to the right. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, there's our descent right there. So let's bring back our flaps. That's okay. Alright, now we're on the glide slope. But we're still going to drop speed. And we're going to come over to the right. We're going to fly our instruments.
Are you sure?
So you're going to get to enjoy this view, because I'm not, because I am going to be flying our instruments. Need to drop speed. Alright. We'll do flaps 35.
Check the speed.
Okay. Bringing it down. There we go. I will bring it over. Flaps 15 before landing checklist. Has you got anything to say? There we go. Seems like we're a little heavier than I originally anticipated, but that's alright. We're a little below the glide slope, but I will fix that. Just fly into the glide slope and we'll be fine. There we go. Little over. There we go. Bring the speed down. I am only looking at my instruments.
Traffic. Descend. Crossing. Descend.
Okay. Alright, there's our glide slope.
Check.
Bring our nose up. Bring the throttle. Just get that throttle up. There we go. Throttle up a little bit more, because clearly the weight that we prepared for is not the right weight. That's okay. Descent looks good. We're a little above the glide slope.
Check.
But I'm content. And we're a little
Sure.
Traffic.
little to the left. It's alright, it's alright. Well, our slope says we're a little high, but the runway system says we're a little low. Who am I believing? Alright. Bring back the speed a little bit. There we go. Before landing checklist. Before landing checklist. That's alright. They're not going to say nothing. That's okay. We will handle this.
500.
Personally, at our weight, I think what we can do, bring the flaps
Check
up.
that one more time, please, Captain.
I will. There we go. This is going to be a nice, gentle landing.
Plus 100.
100 above.
Minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
Minimums.
Flaps.
Continue.
Too low. Flaps.
Whatever.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps.
Beautiful, gentle touchdown. Let's see, does marshalling 6? Nope, nothing there.
Gentlemen, welcome to Tokyo. The local time is 2:01 p.m. and it's currently
We
about
will use 84.
You cannot use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, please thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to test
I know it says heavy, but I don't feel like taxiing too far. We'll just take it.
Are you sure?
After landing checklist, please.
Okay.
Let you handle your business.
After landing checklist complete.
Excellent. Turn on the APU.
Okay.
All right. And what?
Are you sure?
So now they're exiting. Excellent, rather. Parking checklist to the line, please.
Taxi light.
Off.
Are you sure?
Oh, I gotta do this?
Emergency brake.
Park.
Nose wheel steering.
Off.
Standby P2 pumps.
Off.
Power levers.
Disconnect. Disc.
Condition levers.
Start feather.
Transponder.
Standby.
Fasten belt switch.
Off.
Bleeds.
Min off.
Parking checklist completed to the line.
Below the line.
External power, APU.
As required. Okay, let's do that. It's not here yet, but give it a minute. Yeah, hey! Look at the 777 leaving over there. Okay, we've got it. So we've got external power on. As required. Set and check.
Condition levers.
Fuel off.
Lights.
As required. Set and check.
Emergency light switch.
Off.
Standby aux main battery master.
Off. Off. Main batteries on.
Parking checklist complete.
Yay! Okay, folks. And we've got people off the plane. Let's see how satisfied they were with their flight. 85%. It's decent. Decent. Alright. I'll definitely recommend you at work. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Save that. And we will close PAX. So, I really thank you everybody for joining me on this nice flight. I know there were some trips and stumbles along the way, but overall we got them there here. I got to practice our nav approaches using the Dash-8. I practiced a lot of things, but I still had fun in a nice Sunday afternoon, which I have not been able to enjoy in quite some time. So I'm really glad you were able to join me for it. Yes, I am. In fact, why don't you hush you? Yeah, quiet. Yeah, so much for that. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you have some suggestions of flights that you'd like to see, let me know. I'm always, if I can't think of anything, I just follow my pilot's life where I'm flying with United right now. But if there is an approach or a flight that you'd like me to do, and a particular aircraft, I have a lot of the study level ones, almost all of them. So just say the aircraft and the place. If I do not have that aircraft, I will apply the closest variant to it and the airports. So let me know. Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. I look forward to seeing you in the virtual skies.